Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, Ycee, Simi. Others win at Music Award Ceremony. Full winners list. The 2017 All-Africa Music Awards as held Sunday, November 12, 2012 at the Eko Hotels and Suites, and we have the list of winners. Nigerian music acts for the fourth time in a row again dominate the West African class of the regional nomination categories of the All-African Music Awards, AFRIMA. Wizkid took home 2 awards. He won the prestigious Artist of the Year, and also Song of the Year. There were also wins for Tiwa Savage, Simi, Ycee and filmmaker Eko. African stars from all over the continent graced the event, which celebrated their achievements in music. Check out the complete winners list below. Artist of the Year, Wizkid, Nigeria. African fans fav, The Dog, Namibia. Album of the Year, Eddie Kenzo-Biology, Uganda. Best African Collaboration, Alikiba, HVM. Iyabaga, Tanzania. Best African Contemporary, One Call, Iskaba feat. DJ Tunes, Nigeria. Best African Electro, Nsoki-Africa Unite feat. DJ Mafarisa, Paulo Alves, Angola. Best African Group/Duo/Band, Tufan, Tier, Togo. Best African Hip Hop, Ycee-Juice, Nigeria. Best African Jazz, Njuduzo Makatini, Igegu, South Africa. Best African Pop, Tufan, Tier, Togo. Best African Reggae, Raga, Dancehall, Baba, Holy, Nigeria. Best African R&B and Soul, Alikiba, HVM. Iyabaga, Tanzania. Best African Rock, Gala-Angelario feat. Omer Milo, Kenya. Best African Traditional, Homamalabat, Harar, Ethiopia. Best Female Inspirational, Asike, Earth Attack, Nigeria. Best Male Inspirational, Gala-Angelario feat. Omer Milo, Kenya. Most Promising Artist of the Year, Neza-Irani Ika, Runda. Song of the Year, Wizkid. Come Closer, Nigeria. Revelation of the African Continent, Shine, Residia, Madagascar. Producer of the Year, DJ Kublan, Yolo by Ycee, Nigeria. Songwriter of the Year, Simi, Smile. African Legend Award, Salif Keita, Mali, and Oliver Tutumthukadzi, Zimbabwe. Video of the Year, Adasa Cooking Pot by Orezi. Central Africa, Best Female. Muntaslav Widogan Man, Cameroon, winner Renis Momamu, Cameroon, Falongu, Cameroon, Nsoki-Africa Unite feat. DJ Mafarisa and Paulo Alves, Angola, Daphne Kali, Cameroon, Nime Dance Fayu, Cameroon, Merveli Toy, Cameroon, Boss in All Africa Party, Gabon. Central Africa, Best Male. Mater Gimstout Donner, DRC, Hero Ton Pied, Mon Pied feat. Chidanma, DRC, Big Nello O Legado da Lenda, Angola. Loco Supporter feat. Mr. Leo, Cameroon, winner. Folia Pipilico Oil, DRC, Joviu Meme, Cameroon, Anselmo Ralph Casas Camargo, Angola, Black Blizzard D, DRC. East Africa, Best Female. Juliana Kanyamozi, I Am Still Here, Uganda, Cheston Ycee, Give It To You, Kenya, Victoria Kimani, Giving You Feet, Sarkadi, Kenya, Lady JD Sawanawa, Tanzania, Vanessa Mdikash Madam, Tanzania, Una Wonderson, You Are Not Alone, Ethiopia. Nandi One Day, Tanzania, Winner/B. East Africa, Best Male. Diamond Platinum Zanika, Tanzania, Sinishala Islam, Ethiopia, Kritikwil Malika, Kenya, Kybramber Hines Kiss the Feet Nasmbu Barasa, Ethiopia, Anak and Maori Brothers Furker Yeshlo, Ethiopia, Winner Alekiva Age Feet Me Abaga, Tanzania, Octopatsa TBT, Kenya, Murke. Excuse my language, Kenya. Southern Africa, Best Female. Sally Boss Mata Bim Bim Feet Buzzeswa, Namibia, Babes Wadamo Family Feet Mafarisa and Casper Nyavist, South Africa, Buzzeswa in Congo, South Africa, Label Sigabla Lion of Judah, South Africa, Amanda Black Amazu, South Africa, Rude Down, Zimbabwe. Bandazuwa Nonsikolo, South Africa, Winner. Southern Africa, Best Male. Hugh Mascalashango, South Africa, aka The World Is Yours, South Africa, Nasty C Down South Feet Seishe and Mai, South Africa, Taekwondo Feet Vanessa D, Malawi, MTW Up, South Africa, Winner Jaw Praise Away to Uramari Feet Diamond Planums, Zimbabwe, Njuduzo Make Dini Igegu, South Africa. West Africa, Best Female. Lumusang Jair Faga Feet Tony Allen, Mali, Aramide Why So Serious, Nigeria, Vivian Stedlon Coven, Senegal, Yemi La Tamba, Nigeria, Sali Shayolo Yolo, Nigeria, Tiwa Savage All Over, Nigeria, Winner Becken Awash Feet Pater and King, Ghana, Znab Noctam Buell Feet Shadow Chris, Benin. West Africa, Best Male. Runtown Matt Over You, Nigeria, Sarkadi Painkiller, Ghana. Wizkid Come Closer Feet Drake, Nigeria, Winner DJ Arafat Agbangnan, Ivory Coast, Mr. Ozzy Leg Over, Nigeria, MHD Law Witness, Guinea, C Juice, Nigeria, Davido Fall, Nigeria, Techno Rara, Nigeria. North Africa, Best Female. I bid some Tiskat Minakwamani, Morocco, Winner Zahotat de Choses, Algeria, Asmilmna War 3 Duzine, Morocco, Shrinklamani, Egypt, Zina Daudia Sandadi, Morocco, Chiba Maria Clatini, Algeria. North Africa, Best Male. Naran Gamali, Morocco, Shafin Watch Kane Waiter, Morocco, Winner French Montana Unforgettable, Morocco, Balti Wailallah, Tunisia, Tasber, Hosni Yamali 3 Ini, Egypt, Algeria Nole Manitas, Algeria, Sadlam Jord Goltena, Morocco, Lakram Kilan Al Carlilo, Algeria,